Hey you, yeah you, got bush? You definitely do. If you haven't tried out the best products from our sponsor today, Manscaped, taking control of your bush is important. These products are so good you're going to be showing pride in your new bush-free yard. It's a fact that you will have the best kept nutsack on the cul-de-sac. Save big and be the most hygienic version of yourself by using the discount code PUMPTALK for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. The grooming package that I highly recommend is the Performance Package 4.0. I've touched on this in past podcasts and videos that I've done on Pump Talk. So inside the Performance Package 4.0, you get the Lawnmower 4.0, which is the electric trimmer. You obviously get the ear, hair and nose trimmer that I've talked about before. You've got the ball preserver and ball deodorant, and then comes in this bag here with some free Manscaped underwear as well. So that the bag and the underwear, the shed travel bag, comes free with the Performance Package 4.0. What's going on, guys? Welcome to an episode of Pump Talk Extras. Today I'm going to be talking about body dysmorphia and how I've dealt with that in the past myself. So my previous experience with body dysmorphia and how that's affected me. I've touched on body dysmorphia in the past episodes. When I think Liam was on, we did a bit of a segment discussing body dysmorphia, but we haven't really gone into depth about, my personal experience, and what I kind of went through with it and how maybe I still potentially do, face some of the negative effects of body dysmorphia. And I guess I could say that I do still have that. So essentially body dysmorphia, for those of you that don't know, is where you may look a certain way. So for me, I'm above average, physique for maybe a guy my age. I'm not saying that I'm, top tier, but I'd say I'm above average. So you look a certain way, but then no matter how good you do look, you don't see that yourself. It's actually kind of crazy, and it may be kind of hard to comprehend unless you're feeling this way yourself. But there's a good image where a guy's like really jacked and he's looking in the mirror, and the reflection that he's seeing is like a small, scrawny guy. And that's kind of how it works. So for me, it's good to be chasing improvements and trying to make improvements and chasing a certain look. But it's like, no matter what you're doing, you're never happy with how you look. And for me, how I look and how I present myself is super, super important. So if I'm constantly chasing this look that I'm not achieving, it hurts your self-confidence, and it's not a nice feeling at all to feel like you're never good enough. So I'm kind of just getting out of that now to the point that I'm starting to not care. But in the past, like, it's been really, really bad. Like I remember I used to like do all these crazy things in order to like feel or look a certain way, which I look back on now and I'm like, what the fuck, is so stupid. I remember maybe in 2018, 19, I would wear, like, to be fair, it was kind of cold, but the main reason I was doing this, like, I would wear 2 pairs of pants, or 2 hoodies or something. And I would be doing that because I would be trying to, look bigger, look more filled out. And I think back to it now, like, I wouldn't really even leave the house unless I had like 2 pairs of pants on so my legs looked bigger, or I had, a crew hoodie on and then a hoodie on top so I looked more filled out. And I'm thinking about it now and I'm like, it just seems so crazy. And like, you guys watching this are probably thinking, that is so weird, I don't know why you do that, who would do that. But for me, in the position I was in and how I was feeling at the time, it felt like I needed to do that. And it's almost like a mental health issue, because your sole focus all the time is how you're looking from a certain angle, from someone else's perspective maybe. So, I would be thinking even small things like, if I stand in this particular stance, does the person to the left of me think I look small? And it's just like, it's so weird to think back that I used to be like that. And I'm so glad that I'm out of that now. But for those of you that are experiencing, similar issues, or maybe you had in the past, just know that you're not the only one. I think a lot of gym goers do experience body dysmorphia, maybe not to the extent that I did, but, you know, maybe wearing a pump cover a little bit more, or you don't want to take your singlet off or your shirt off in public or whatever it may be. But the main thing I learned from all of this was, at the end of the day, no one actually cares. It's, you know, how you're looking. One of my lecturers told me this, my psychology lecturer back in uni. He explained, everyone's so focused on themselves that they don't even pay attention to anyone else, because everyone else is so already thinking, what about me? Like, do I look good like this? Do I look good in this? You're so self-consumed all the time that they don't have time to worry about you. So for anyone facing, you know, these issues now, or they're feeling how I once did, just know that no one is really looking into it as deep as you are, and you can take a step back and think, do I really need to be doing this? Because I think back now and I'm like, I was crazy for that. Like, and I used to make up excuses. Like, someone would be like, why are you wearing 2 pairs of pants? And I'd say like, oh, I'm just really cold, or, oh, I don't know, whatever it may be. But the true issue was like, I was trying to look bigger. So that's kind of my experience with it now. Like I said, I'm starting to get out of that now. I don't do that now. I wear whatever I want and whatever is comfortable for me. But I still face, I guess, body dysmorphia to an extent, whereas I feel like I have been training for so long, but I'm still not where I need to be. And then when you see people that are training way less time with better genetics, perhaps, that are making faster gains than you, that are looking better than you, it does hurt the self-confidence. It does make you think, you know, like, what am I doing this for? But then I guess it just comes down to the point that you're doing it for the love of training. You know, you're doing it because you enjoy working out, opposed to, you know, not everyone's going to look a certain way, and it is what it is. So that's kind of all I wanted to say, is just like I open up a little bit about, you know, what I went through and how I felt about the situation, and then reflecting on that now, you know, it's pretty crazy to look back, like I said. So yeah, leave a comment if you guys, you know, you're maybe facing this, you know, you don't know what to do, you need ways to overcome these feelings, and I can try my best to help you out. Like I said, I was feeling like I had severe body dysmorphia for probably like 4 years. So I can relate to how you're feeling, and I'm here to help anyone that needs it. So that's going to be the end of today's Pump Talk episode. Like I say, I'm doing Pump Talk Extras and then Pump Talk podcast as well. We're going to have a podcast coming up very soon with my sister. I've got a new camera set up and everything, so you can probably see the quality is a lot better now. So the content is going to be pumping out. I just wanted to say again, Manscaped, code PumpTalk, 20% off and free shipping on all orders. I also have a Team Icon AU supplement sponsor, which is again code PumpTalk, if you need some supplements as well. So we'll see you guys in the next probably week or two for the next episode of Pump Talk, episode 7, and then I'll be back again with another episode of Extras. So thanks for tuning in, guys.